Hi, Drone on Dude. So, something a little bit different today. I've headed up to Weardale, up to Frosterley, and hopefully I am going to find the Frosterley marble. So, it's kind of interesting because it's fossil related, but also it's globally significant. The actual material itself's been used in everything from Durham Cathedral to historic buildings around the world. It's referred to as Frosterley marble. It's actually a limestone rather than a marble. Marble being a metamorphic rock, so limestone is sedimentary. The fossils that are in it are a solitary rugose coral. And if you go into Durham Cathedral, you'll see really good examples of it all around that building. So that's what I'm looking for. I've read that it can be seen in the bedrock of Bollihope Burn, so that's the kind of area I'm in. I'm looking straight ahead at the River Wear, just parked up in a little lay-by, and I'm just going to see how it goes. Okay, so catch you later. So just a short distance from where I've parked the car, I thought I'd have a little wander down the River Wear. Never been to this part before. A little ford crossing, and then looking upstream. Beautiful little area. River's very low at the moment. That's the bridge I've just come across. I believe, so I was told that this area, somewhere in this area, there is the original wash area for all of the minerals, such as the fluorite that was mined in Weardale. So maybe come across that. There's a couple of old quarries, one I think still in use, the other one's abandoned. So hopefully something of interest to see. Catch you in a bit. So just walking from the car, and this I believe is the old Weardale Railway. Still was in use, I'm not sure about now, but a few years ago we did have a ride. I think it goes from Frosterley up to Stanhope. Yeah, I believe it was run for a few years, but like I say, I'm not sure what the state of play is now. So I have a rough idea where I'm heading. I can see in the distance the ridge up there is the Weardale Way. Over to the right would be White Kirkley, and I have mountain biked around this area many moons ago. Should be able to see up on the ridge at some point the elephant trees, which would take you over towards Doctor's Gate, I think it is, in Hampstead Forest. So it must be about maybe 20 degrees today. Forecast says thunder and lightning in parts across the northeast. I've got bits of blue sky and then quite an ominous looking black cloud ahead, so see what happens. I've got my raincoat if I need it. Okay, so this is interesting. I've come across this little car parking area which I didn't know existed, and a little information point. So I believe that this is Harehope Quarry, so I think I'm going to head down there. So I had a few searches online and I didn't come across anything like this, but it looks like it's quite a family orientated day out. So yeah, I think it's probably worth exploring. What a fantastic little place. I've just walked down, there's a bit of a lodge there which I think is like a visitor centre, following what's signposted as the permissive path. Yeah, this is interesting. No idea this was here, the amount of times I've driven through Frosterley. Pond full of sticklebacks. Yeah, like this. So I think I might have found what I'm looking for sooner than I thought. So I do believe this is Bollihope Burn. So I'm just going to follow the path along, see if I can get to a point where I can actually see the rocks. But yeah, quite cool. Okay, so that didn't quite work out. Kind of got to a dead end. There's some little cottages there. So I'm heading back. I came from that direction, and I believe the permissive path continues over here. Yeah, so there's little green arrows to follow, or little black arrows on green signs to follow, as per the rock over there. So see what this way brings. So quite interesting. I've come across this stone pillar which has the geological timeline, showing the age of the rocks from 290 million years ago to 495 million years ago. So up at the top there we've got the coal measures in the Carboniferous period, overlaying the sandstone, the shales, limestone, down to the Borrowdale or volcanic group, Skiddaw group, and then we've got this intrusion of Weardale granite in the middle. That takes us all the way down to the Ordovian period. So yeah, I'm still learning my geology, but it's interesting to know about this area. Okay, so a few more steps in another timeline, but if you look at this pillar here, you can see exactly what it is we're looking for. This is Frosterley marble. So that's kind of what you see highly polished in the pillars in Durham Cathedral. So we're looking at solitary rugose coral in that limestone rather than marble. Okay, so it wasn't a long walk, but it was interesting to see. I need to have a little bit of research online about that place. Looks like there's lodges you can stay in, etc. So onwards and upwards, we're going uphill. We are skirting around the sort of left hand side of the quarry, and I'm following my Ordnance Survey map. So hopefully I'm going to try and plan this to be a nice circular route and get to see what I want to see. Okay, so a little bit of a crossroads, or a junction here should I say. I think I'm going to take the right hand fork, which loosely follows the kind of River Wear Valley, which I think is going to be the better option for seeing the Frosterley marble. Whew, a little bit of a hill that. Yeah, up there, that ridge there is the one that kind of, I think it's the Weardale Way follows. And looking across to the distance, I think I'm going to get rained on. What say you, Mr. Sheep? Okay, so this is quite a good vantage point actually. You can see the quarry area that I've just been in. So we'll look down there and you can see there looks like a bit of a visitor centre. I'm a bit unsure about the car park in there. Lots of signs saying private road, no access, etc. Yeah, I'm going to get wet. Look at that. Still nice though. Okay, so looking at my map and looking down there, it's signposted caves and waterfalls. So hopefully I can get a little bit closer and see what it is all about. Okay, so cagoule's out by £16 bargain from wherever it was, Go Outdoors I think. Great little packable cagoule, 100% waterproof. Sweat like a butcher's dog in it, but keeps the water off. Oh, yeah, it's definitely starting to come down. Literally a couple of minutes of rain and I'm wetter than an otter's pocket. Hopefully this will take us down towards the caves and the waterfall and might get a little bit of shelter. Okay, so I've turned off the Weardale Way and it looks like I'm actually accessing the top end of the quarry, so maybe I missed one of the permissive paths, but it looks to me like this is taking us in to the quarry. So I'm going to have a wander down. I can hear water, so hopefully that's a waterfall. Yeah, interesting. Oh, slippery rocks. That rain is really wet. Okay, so crossing over a little bridge over this Bollihope there, that's the one. This water's got us all in a fluster. But if I just zip down there, guess what that is? That is the exact thing I was looking for. They are literally bedrock slabs of the exact Frosterley marble. So I'm going to try and get a little bit closer, but this is what I was looking for. This is what it was all about. Okay, so here we are. Exactly where I wanted to be. Slightly by accident, but that's the fun. So if I get a little bit closer, you can see Frosterley marble, all those individual rugose corals. Okay, so I've just clambered down this waterfall area here, which is dry. A little bit of a stump there, that would well, be I suppose a bit of a plunge pool from the waterfall. I head off down here a little bit. I'm looking at so many stunning examples of these coral, literally everywhere. Unfortunately, I'm getting a little bit of shelter here too. Well, in a fashion. Yeah, look at this. Tremendous. This really is something else. To kind of walk along this dried out stream bed. I can only imagine, because we've had so much dry weather, normally that this would be running like really high. It's like, yeah, just I've never seen anything like it. So I'm going to head back up. I've seen what I came to see. It's quite easy walking on this. Nature's kind of provided me with natural steps. So yeah, I can make my way back up, across the bridge, and I'll pick up my right of way and see where that takes us. Okay, so still kind of exploring. I've got my map and there's multiple routes here. So I've come across this footbridge over Bollihope Burn called Wise Eel Footbridge, or Wise Eel Bridge. And again, if I look over, I can see the exact same Frosterley marble with the exact same rugose corals in it. I'm going to have a little pop down over this side. Looks like I can get down there, see if I can get a little sample just to bring away with me. So I couldn't quite make it down that side, but I've come down this side, but I've kind of come across this curious little spoil heap full of everything from galena to quartz to fluorite. So I don't know whether it's just been, well, I guess it wouldn't have been here naturally, so it's got to be spoil of some description. So the sun's come out to play again, which is nice. I'm drying out. I believe we've come across the remains of the Harehope Gill lead mine. So I think Harehope Gill runs into Bollihope Burn. I think that's right. Beautiful area. And there we go. Harehope Gill lead mine. Okay, so I think from the map, it looks to me like the entrance to the lead mine may have been over here. Everything's really overgrown, but I think this is the general direction. Yeah, very overgrown, but I can see what looks like the water that would have run out, and I believe in there, although it's pretty dark, is the entrance to the lead mine. Okay, yet another season for today. Beautiful. Still drying out. So I believe in this direction that should be White Kirkley ahead, sort of heading in the direction of Bollihope, and then I think I can do a loop round what looks like another old quarry and then back to where I started. So I'm just following the Weardale Way, and I've come to this point here, which is Bishopley Lime Kilns, which are just over there. You can see this embankment in front. So this is the old railway line where the lime would have been transported. Vital importance for agriculture as a soil conditioner, I think. So yeah, another interesting point. So just coming out onto the road at Low Bishopley, I think it's called. Should be able to turn right, pick up our return route, which will take me back roughly down the line of the River Wear. Okay, so just I'm making my way back towards the car. We are just overlooking yet another of Weardale's quarries, and in the distance over there is the village of Frosterley. And if I pan round to the left, that's heading off up the Weir Valley. Beautiful area, especially when the sun comes out. Okay, so should be on the return stretch to the car now, following the River Wear. I've just come past the edge of a quarry. It was quite windy up there, so I didn't video much, but just picking around what I was seeing as I walked past. Quite evident that this stuff is pretty much everywhere. Yeah, so it's been a good little walk. Mission accomplished. Happy lad. So I'm just going to stop. There's a little bench here. Ideal spot. I need to take this waterproof off because temperature's just rising. But I thought I would just mention, people keep on asking me about my drone. Well, I'm carrying my drone. Alright, it's a fantastic little piece of kit. It's a DJI Neo. Literally fits in my pocket. I can launch it out of my hand. It's like a little pet. Follows me, tracks me, or does pretty much whatever I want it to do. So there you go, DJI Neo. So I'm using an app called Backcountry Navigator, which works on the operating system, works on the Ordnance Survey maps. It really is fantastic because it's given me access to places that I probably wouldn't otherwise find. I'm just stumbled across another bridge over the River Wear. Again, we're in Frosterley. I don't want to be on the opposite side, but I'm going to walk across anyway just to have a look. But it is stunning. It's just beautiful place. Again, for as long as I've lived in the northeast, it's a place I've never really explored. I think I'm being shouted at by a dipper on the other side of the river there. So one thing I have learned when I've been out and about is don't go looking for nature, it'll find you. Just sit somewhere for 5 minutes, it's amazing what you see. So I've just literally stepped off the track, which is just through those bushes, come across this area here, and I have a sneaking suspicion that this is the area I was told about where they would wash the minerals. It looks like some kind of plant over there which may have been used for something like that. Oh, there we are. So just had an interesting conversation with a gentleman who was sat on a stool wearing high vis. I couldn't quite figure out what he was doing. He didn't look like a security guard. Turns out he's the signalman. This line runs a service from Bishop Auckland in that direction all the way up to Stanhope in that direction. Would have gone to the old Eastgate cement works when it was running, but he's just told me there that the train runs. You can literally just board the train, get a ticket to sections of it. So yeah, that's something that's worth looking into as well. Anyway, we're back at the car, back where we started. Catch you later.